I am getting ready to make some Copycat Taco Bell Fire Hot Sauce. I've made this before. I have an older video, but I decided to do it again because I'm going to triple batch it. We use so much. I'm out from what I canned last year. And so it's going to be 3 cans of tomato paste, 9 cups of water. I have everything out I need right here. 6 tablespoons corn syrup, 9 tablespoons vinegar. This time I'm using apple cider vinegar. I think last time I used the typical white vinegar, but I don't want to open a big bottle just for this, so I will use the apple cider. 1.5 cups of pickled jalapenos. I do pickle my own jalapenos, but you can absolutely use store-bought. 4.5 tablespoons chili powder, 4.5 tablespoons ancho chili powder. You do want to use ancho. It's the flavor. I know like you can do substitutions, but not with this. You need to do the ancho chili powder if you want to make it similar to the Taco Bell. 3 tablespoons dehydrated onion. I dehydrate my own onions. 6 tablespoons salt. You can use regular salt, but since I have pickling salt, I'm going to use that. 3 tablespoons sugar and 3 tablespoons cayenne powder. Mix it all together, simmer it, bring it to a boil, and then you simmer it for 20 minutes, and then use a hand blender to blend it. And I am then water bath can it for 30 minutes because I'm going to be using these half-pint jars. I usually do like jelly jar size, but we use so much of it, I decided to use the bigger jar. So I got my water boiling. I got my water bath canner with the jars inside, get that boiling to sterilize those jars. And yeah, let's get all this stuff in the pot. I'm just gonna add this. The one thing I love about this recipe to make taco sauce is basically I had all these ingredients already in the pantry. The only thing I had to buy was tomato paste. And I didn't even buy it this time because I always have it. We keep this in stock because Robert uses it for lots and lots of recipes. So technically, I didn't buy anything. But if you were gonna buy something, it would be the tomato paste because everything else you probably already have in your cupboard. So this makes it a pretty cheap recipe to make. So when I open my tomato paste, I do open both ends. It's a hack I saw on TikTok to get the most out of the can. And I also love these little spatulas. Seriously, that's just amazing how well you can get everything out of the can with the little mini spatula. I have all the ingredients added, just stirring it up. I'm gonna turn this to high until it comes to a boil. And then I will lower it to simmer. So you can see like the chunks of jalapeno and onion in there. And here's some of the tomato paste that hasn't dissolved yet. I will immersion blend it after it's simmered to get a smooth taco sauce. It's been 20 minutes. I turned off the heat and now I'm going to immersion blend it with my little handheld blender just to get it nice and smooth. We're gonna do a quick taste test because it's always important to do a taste test before canning anything. So this is the fire. I'm waiting for your reaction.
I don't know.
I know it's a little different because it's hot and you're used to eating it cold. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it tastes really good.
It just tastes different, that's all.
Because it's hot?
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good to me. Got a little kick. I'm eating it. Tell me your thoughts.
It tastes good.
Tastes good. You're not quite awake yet. You want to try it? No? All right. All right, it's past the taste test. Now I'm gonna fill the jars. I'm not for sure exactly how much this triple batch will fill. I'm assuming at least 6. Got my sterilized jars and I'm gonna start filling them up. It filled 6 jars perfectly. Now I'm gonna debubble them. And then wipe their rims. If you can, you know what I'm talking about. Put the lid on. And then water bath can them for 30 minutes. Get all the air bubbles out. Just helps it seal quicker because as it's boiling, coming down to room temperature, all the air bubbles are working out. And if they don't get all out by the time it cools down, it's not gonna seal. So I definitely want more than 6 on my pantry shelf. So I will put that on, put more tomato paste on my grocery shopping list and make about 2 or 3 more batches because I don't want to can it every year. I like canning them like every other year. So I don't know, 12, 18 more jars. We eat a lot of taco sauce and I give them to family and friends. So all right, I water bath can them for 30 minutes and then I turned the water off, took the lid off and let it sit for 5 minutes. That way I'm not taking them out of like boiling water. And now, just moving them over here and let them sit for 24 hours to make sure they seal. I think I say 24 hours, but they're gonna seal within the first hour, in my experience. But to be on the safe side, I don't mess with them for 24 hours. I will check in an hour to see if they feel sealed. And yeah, there's water on top. I don't wipe the water off because you can accidentally press the seal down and give it a false seal. So I just put a towel on top to cover it. It soaks up the water, and then that's just another tip I read somewhere, to cover them with a towel so they come down to room temperature at a normal speed. So here we go. I haven't heard them pop yet. And now I'm going to empty out this water very carefully. Usually I just let it sit there until it comes down to room temperature, but I have nosy ass cats, and so I'm going to empty the water. Just saying, I don't want to recreate a scene from like Fatal Attraction and have boiled cats. And so pour out this water real quick. It's the next day and all the jars have sealed. I just took these outer rims off after I made sure they were all sealed. If they wouldn't have sealed properly, I would have put them in the refrigerator. But they all sealed, so it goes on my pantry shelf. I'm gonna make 2 more batches, so I will have 18 jars altogether for my pantry shelf, so I don't have to make taco sauce for at least 2 more years. When I can, I like to make enough for 2 or 3 years for my pantry, so I don't have to can the same stuff every year. Like I didn't make taco sauce last year. I made it 2022. So yeah. And this taco sauce, seriously, it's just the best. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, it's really not that many complicated ingredients at all. So yeah, if you don't like buying taco sauce and you eat a lot of tacos, I highly recommend you making it. And here's the other thing. If you don't like water bath canning, you can store these in the refrigerator. I just like water bath canning. I like shelf stable items, but there's plenty of people who just can small batches so they can have stuff for the refrigerator. So you can make your own taco sauce even if you don't want to make a bunch. So, and you can just, you know, downsize the recipe and make a couple jars for personal use. Thanks for watching.